Welcome back in. I promise you we weren't, pulling your leg. There was no jokes there. Just a little bit of miscommunication between the two teams. So we are into the second game of the series now. BetBoom versus MoneyMakers. It looks like we're going to smoke out of the base from MoneyMakers right off the bat here, Harry. And now we're going to pause. We aren't doing this on purpose.
Who cares? Who says so? you think we're not doing it on purpose, or you're hoping we're not doing it on purpose?
I'm just, relaying to the viewers that we aren't taking the mick here. We're not doing. This isn't on purpose. It's just technical issues and draft issues. So hopefully, we will be underway soon.
I need to a little bit of a reality check, Rob. You are the caster. You are the first line of defense towards the chat, towards the viewers, towards the fans. So if there is a problem, it is your problem. You are the one to blame, especially you, not me, the analyst. I'm
That's true.
It's okay. Yeah. I'm behind you. I'm like, yeah, you go get them, Rob.
Yeah, that's right. I'm doing the observing as well. So it's I have the everybody. When everybody complains about casters, you need to start the game. Casters. It's not the admin. It's actually me. That's just like, no, you'll see my face for another 30 seconds or so. But yeah, it's okay. This series, I mean, we are on track to be on time for the next series, so there won't be any major delays between the two series. But yeah, there's just been a couple of technical issues, teething issues getting into it. I mean, it is the first day, first series, so to be expected.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, Rob.
We
are gonna be getting ourselves into the game. Thank you, Rob, for starting the game. As you are the one to be blamed, and you are the one to be praised as well when we get ourselves into it.
Okay, so the ward is out in the river already, coming up from the side of MoneyMakers. We'll see if they want to try and go for a D-ward here on the side of BetBoom. Looking similar to the last game here. No Nature's Prophet, though, this time. We'll see if MoneyMakers, are they going to give away that first blood again? All 5 heroes stacked up. Smoke was off. So are they going to try and take a fight around this?
See, nobody's going to be engaging. This time around, let's look at how the fight would go level 1. So yeah, probably a little bit better for MoneyMakers this time around, as they do have some burst type that potential here, especially if you get the melt hit off.
Yeah. Actually, Warwick's not skilled anything up just yet. Build wise, what is it that a mid-Templar assassin wants to go for? Do you want to go for those refraction straight away, the side blades?
The battle begins.
Well, you're gonna go meld if it's a level 1 fight, but you probably go side blades.
Yeah.
I guess anything is fine. Even the meld does make solid sense, as the storm likes to get all close and personal.
Okay. Well, not skilled anything up just yet, Warwick. We will see what he wants to go for here, as the Storm Spirit already going for the Remnant, which, no surprises there, actually wants to build into a Falcon's Blade early on after the bottle. Who's going to win the blocking war, though? It looks like Warwick, he might be just a smidge closer to his tower, but still in the river.
He did start off with the melt. It makes sense, right? Storm gets close, you take away his armor, and then he can't really stay close to the creeps. But because the way that you play the Storm is that you utilize your high armor to tank the creeps when you're inside of the wave, versus the TA that doesn't really work.
Well, yeah, and when it's not there thanks to the meld, it's a little bit trickier. So we'll see if Warwick did have a really good time on the lane last time out as that Dazzle, so we'll see if he's going to be able to get it again in this game. Just jumping about the lanes. Is there any lane we should watch out for, to be like the potential kill lane, like the top lane in the last game?
I think bottom lane has the most potential for kills, as all 4 of the heroes have some potential to kill the other ones. The thing is that it's very hard to commit, right? Because if you overcommit, you don't have your spells any longer, then you're gonna be in trouble. On both sides, it could happen.
Well, they've caught us. I was looking at the bottom lane. I was looking at all the heroes, seeing what spells, and Save will pick up Lucas on the top lane. You tricked me, Harry. You lured me into a false sense of security, and you had me watching the wrong lane.
I was about to say I'm not taking the blame for that one, but there's nobody else. There's nobody else, really. It's me. Though, the Lifestealer shouldn't die there. He really shouldn't. The way that you die is that they smack you, overextending, you die. And, well, that's what happened in the end.
And yeah, I'm just looking. There's actually some aggression coming out in the mid lane now as well. We're going to be forced back by GPK. GPK taking about half, well, down to about half its health. He's got those bottle charges, but Templar Assassin, no regen, only just getting the bottle coming out here. He's taking a whole load, a couple more right clicks. Refraction charges though, so you want to try and bait something out. It's going to be the Vortex driver back in by GPK, and that's going to be the refraction charges down, but the right clicks, it's not enough to get the kill, and Warwick will live to tell this tale another day.
GPK does have the bottle, so it'll be fine. And the thing is that Warwick might be forced to take the water rune without the bottle.
Do you think GPK, in fact, there are a lot of damage coming out from Warwick here, but do you think GPK with his bottle, is he going to go for it? He might actually just go for that second water rune, yeah, and Warwick's not going to go for it. Did get the bottle in, so going to get some heals, but that's going to be an empty bottle sooner rather than later.
That is greed. That is greed. He wanted the bottle, the 3 charges, plus the 2 from the water rune, and in the end you get nothing, and that's just it. Don't be greedy, guys. In life, in Dota, this is gonna be the result, and now he's gonna be in trouble in this lane.
Yeah, and you can see that Warwick, he's just...
even dead.
He is. He dropped a branch for that to try and break the vision. GPK sees it. He still gets the kill around it, and now he's even going to be able to put some pressure on the tier 1 top lane. Are they going to try and go for Pure? Pure back himself away. Lucas, though, Clap comes out. Lucas is going to be taking some damage, but Pure has to back himself away. Level 3 on Lucas now. The 2 points into the feast. So it is a decent amount of sustain, decent amount of damage here for the lifesteal if Pure does try and right-click him down.
That's the thing, you cannot really use the AA the best when you do not have any stuns, and now Lifestealer is in trouble.
Yeah, is he going to be chased down here? Did I speak too soon?
Yeah,
I did, and Save gets the kill.
I mean, he does have a solid amount of regen, just not enough. That's the thing. Until you get the phase boots with the Lifestealer, you're still kind of susceptible to dying. Same is true for the Oracle.
Yeah. Pulverize came out though with the Ink Swell just to keep on top of the Oracle. Easy kill for Palintimos. Didn't even need to use the trample. Did use it after the fact for the creeps, but Nightfall, he's doing all right in terms of last hits. Even if the Oracle's dead here, Nightfall, it's not an abysmal lane here for the Chaos Knight.
It's still a CK, right? He's gonna be farming well. He has a lot of damage, and he's showing out on Palintimos now.
Does he get the kill? No, there was no pull. No, what?
He didn't want to use the Healing Lotus. He thought that it's gonna be the minimum damage Chaos Bolt. No, my friend, it's gonna be closer to max, and because of his greed, again, he dies though. Maybe it was better for him to die, because if you stay in the lane very low, what the hell are you gonna do?
Well, Bignum, he might go down here. One more right click. Is he gonna be enough? No, it's not. Grimstroke. In fact, a little bit of a helping hand there for Toronto Tokyo with the heals now as well. And Palintimos, he's not going to be able to catch up for the trample. Nightfall's fairly fast in the Inkswell. It doesn't connect now, but Nightfall taking a little bit of damage. Slayer's going to rotate in as well. Do they have enough damage to get the kill? Nightfall back towards the tier 1 tower. Will still be alive while that goes on, though.
Leave Lucas alone.
Yeah, Lucas, he needs a babysitter in this lane. He's been killed off 3 times already, and Pure's just like, I'll take that every day of the week.
Okay, this last pick Lifestealer is not working out, and I mean, when you look at it, if you don't get an early Radiance in this game, you really won't be able to deal with the CK, so you won't be able to deal with the CK as you are not going to be getting it.
No, you won't, and Slayer will go down now as well. This is the BetBoom that I was expecting right off the bat in the first game, but MoneyMakers were able to put a stopper in the bottle and, slow them down a little bit. But this game, it just looks like they're coming into the game number 2 in full force.
So, Pure, he is going to be having his Arcane Boots now, making the top lane even easier or even harder for MoneyMakers. I don't know if Slayer can ever show his face there in the top lane. He's not close to Boots. He's pretty much a goner every single time they see him.
Mid lane, going to be rotations in from both supports here now as well. Slayer, Save, just going to trade it off close to the tier 1 tower. On the dire side now, so the Brambles coming out, and GPK is going to be able to jump in. Half health, not a lot of mana left, but should be able to get the kill. Save will take it down. Now the jump away, GPK getting himself towards the Illusion Rune, so they're not going to be able to do the damage with Warwick, and in fact, they've got the root off now as well. Do they have the control? Templar Assassin Refraction Charge is coming back up in a second, so he's going to be okay on the lane, but again, GPK, 36 last hits to the 25 of the TA.
It's looking really good for BetBoom. This is kind of what we thought the games are going to be like here, both of the games.
Yeah.
MoneyMakers did do well in the early stages earlier, but not this time around.
Really good on the Brambles. Refraction charges are up. Toronto Tokyo still gets the kill. And GPK, he's going to TP himself back to base, heal up, and going to be able to walk back before the TA really respawns and gets back to lane himself. And it's not like there's a lot of stacks going on in the jungle for the TA to catch up because you've got pressure on all 3 lanes. So these supports need to be rotating from the side of MoneyMakers and they don't have time to get these stacks out.
Yeah, though rotating without the boots, both of them are having a really bad time. Also, I really liked how Toronto Tokyo played there, because he didn't want to use the Purifying Flames immediately to get the kill, being afraid of the refractions eating that up and just healing up the TA. So he waited for the refractions to come out, for the TA to start running, they broke through it, and then he gets the kill. Very nice job. Maybe he could have been able to get the kill early, but it would have been a gamble. Here, it was a kill 100%.
Yeah, and Pure now level 6 as well on the Brewmaster, so he's going to have that split up. Lucas, only level 5, no Infest for the escape. He was close to it, but he's not going to be able to get it off now as well. The clap comes out from Pure. Do they want to try and chase down? Grimscope's going to TP in. They get the silence off now as well. Easily dealt with. He's stunned up. Okie dokie, they get the kill, and now it's going to be save. He has the TP out. Meanwhile, Nightfall on the bottom lane. They do get the kill onto Palintimos here between Toronto Tokyo and Nightfall, so they lose out on the Brewmaster, but they still get the kill onto the Primal Beast.
That is the power of the Grimstroke now, when you can actually choose when your Inkswell pops. So the second they remove the silence, he lifts his arms, 3 of me, or 4, but they still haven't changed the... They haven't changed the voice line. You get the stun off and you can actually get the kill. So very nicely played by MoneyMakers. The problem is there's already a response. You know, you lost your offlaner as well.
Yeah, mid lane, then maybe able to make another move onto Warwick now. Again, Warwick, he's got those refraction charges. 1 second, gets them off, but do they have enough to clear it off now as well? It looks like they do. And no save, he gets it point blank with the Shadow Realm. Nothing Warwick can do to get himself away.
Felt like a bazooka shot, right? It might not be accurate, but when you get into somebody's face, you just blow him up. So again, Brambles very good to go through the refraction charges. They got through 2 refraction charges. That's the thing. You have the Bramble Maze and the Storm every single time he hits you. That's 2 refractions down if he does have the overload.
Save gets cheeky, even going to be able to get the D-Ward under the nose of Palintimos as well as Bignum. And yeah, you can see the confidence coming out from BetBoom now, 10-2, 3k net worth lead here. What do MoneyMakers have to do to try and even this game back up?
You are first going to be needing the AA level 6, so I think they should put a lot of emphasis on that. That is one of the main concerns. Okay,
Phantasm coming out here. Palintimos backlines as well. Save's going to get dove. He's already used that Shadow Realm. He might go down here. Palintimos, is he going to survive through this one? They do get the kill onto Save. Save, that is a 4 times killing spree going the way of Warwick. That's a decent amount of gold there for the TA this early on. And Palintimos, he will live through the gank. Phantasm Illusion behind the tower, just trying to farm these up. And yeah, not even going to try and contest onto that.
The thing is, there are heroes in Dota that benefit a lot from kills. They want to get those kills. TA is not one of them. TA is the hero that wants to farm, that wants to get the creeps, because you're getting more farm if you're farming stacks, if you're farming the lane, if you're pushing down the tower, than if you're getting the kills.
Dive onto Warwick once again, and it looks like, are they going to be able to get another kill onto him? He does get the refraction charges off, but he's just burnt through so damn quickly. Even with Slayer behind him here, wasn't able to get a quick save top lane. Are they going to try and make a move onto Pure? Pure, he might go for that split, and they've already used the Inkswell stun now as well, so Pure just going to get the right click chase down. GPK gets the kill onto Slayer, but Pure gets the chase down now onto Bignum. Boulder comes out, split will be used, and Bignum, he is straight up dead, and now Pure might just be able to use this pressure to put it onto Lucas. Lucas has to run away, so the tower will be the direction of the Fury for the Brewmaster.
Yeah, he's trying to finish it off. He won't be able to do it, but they're just getting kills left and right. The reason that the AA died is because he tried to deny the haste rune from GPK. In the end, GPK didn't get it, but you lost your life, allowing BetBoom to get more and more kills with that gold under their belt.
And even BetBoom getting cheeky, trying to take away the hard camp stacks away from the TA. That was a big boost there for the TA. The gold will now be lost. Nightfall not really being contested in this lane. Got himself the Hand of Midas going in towards the Echo Saber. And all of a sudden, these lanes, like I say, they're just every single one of them. Not even all of a sudden, from the game starting here, BetBoom just seemed to be in control of every lane.
And that is the thing. You start opening up the map. The Storm Spirit, he's gonna be munching on these 2 supports. At least the AA now has level 6, so you really have to be using the Primal Beast and the AA ulti to get those kills.
Yeah, the Primal trying to go on top of Pure now. Like I say, with that level 6, but Pure was just too far away. Didn't have the split in case they did go on him. It's going to be the Radiance build here for the Brewmaster as well, but yeah, you see 4 heroes grouped up close from the side of MoneyMakers, which is just going to open up this mid lane tower. GPK, Toronto, Tokyo save. Fortification will be used, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any contest on this tower coming in anytime soon.
Tower is getting low, and Moneymakers, they need to respond. They have that AA ulti. You have to fight. There's no doubt about it. If the map gets opened up, the Storm is just gonna be slaughtering everybody.
Look at this backline. There is good. The Pulverize coming through. Palintimos, he gets himself on top of Toronto Tokyo. Toronto Tokyo level 7. Do they have enough to get this kill now? Whoa, they do. Just as the pause from Nightfall comes out. Maybe a bit of a puppy pause there.
I doubt it. But who knows? Who don't know? We're not going to be pointing any fingers. Though they really had some issues with their mouse, with their communications. And they're going to be dealing with it as fast as possible. And there it is.
So we get the go. So they get the kill into Toronto Tokyo. That's not bad for heroes rotating. Nightfall still continuing to farm here. Even using the Phantasm just to be able to push these lanes out. You've got Pure, not really scared of Lucas on the top lane. Both level 9. So they do defend that tier 1. Like you say, that it doesn't open up the map completely for the Storm Spirit. You know, there's not going to be too much that he might not leave the lane just yet. He doesn't even really need to leave the lane just yet. He's doing fine here on his own. Moneymakers, though, they at least do defend that tier 1 tower.
Pure is gonna get gone on. No, this time around they don't have the damage to kill him.
Ooh, Ice Blast is just outside of it there. And Pure, yeah, he just he walks himself up. Might even go back in. He does have that split now. No silence, no stun on the Grimstroke. But it looks like he's just gonna save this for a little bit.
Supports are smoked. They're coming towards him, so he just wants to he wants to wait for them. The tower is very low, and you don't want just the tower. You want the kill and the tower. So Moneymakers, the smart move would be to get away. The thing is, you didn't defend the top, you didn't defend the mid. Now you're going to lose both of them, and then we're coming to that scary part. The map gets open, you get destroyed.
Lucas is going to show now as well. He tries to get himself away with Rage. Does he want to try and infest into a creep? They're going to be clean off immediately. Yeah, the Vortex used to try and lock down this creep, and now the split comes through. They have the control, they have the damage. Going to be able to go onto this creep wave. The tier 1 tower will go down as well. Save does take that, just to make sure a hero hits it for the hero gold. And the split out, Brewmaster, where does he want to try and go with this one? They've already lost that tier 1 tower in the mid, so it might just be... It's going to fade off into the jungle here for Pure.
The thing is, Lifestealer is that hero that stays in the lane forever and can never die.
Yeah.
And considering that you're so far behind, that part of the hero is out. You've lost the lane that you probably should have won. The thing is that the AA isn't the best support to help the Lifestealer in this lane. So this is now becoming a very rough situation for Moneymakers. Your approach now: farm the shard on the TA, wait for that shard and the blink, and then try to do something with it. I don't see other timings that you are really looking towards to help you turn this game around.
No, we'll see what Warwick's going to be able to do. Like I say, he does have the gold for the blink, if that's the item that he wants to go for off the bat. Do you want to go for the blink first? Is that what you want? Just to be able to jump in and try and take a couple of these heroes by surprise?
You need both, so maybe blink is better, unless you're thinking that BetBoom are just going to be jumping on you, which can happen, but it's still not something that you control. So I'd maybe rather he buy a blink.
Okay. Well, he's not too far off it now as well. This camp should be enough gold for him to buy the Blink Dagger. To Warwick, we'll see where he wants to go with this one. Meanwhile, it's just free farm at Nightfall. He's stalling out this lane as well, so it's close to his tier 1 tower. There's no tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. All the tier 1 towers now for the side of Moneymakers are down. And Nightfall, he's just having a great time here. He's just like, wait, this is a PvP game? No one told me. Farm-wise, top of the net worth, and Nightfall, yeah, he's just here to hit creeps.
No reason to do anything else. Nightfall, he tends to be a little bit more aggressive sometimes with the CK than what you need to do, but you know, he is taking a page out of Skitter's book. He used the Phantasm to farm, get as much farm as possible, and then be this big god on the map. And to be honest, CK, if you look at it, he could be the strongest late game hero here, especially with the start that he has gotten.
Yep, jump into the mid lane now as well. They're going to try and go onto the AA. Storm Spirit's already in. It's going to be a point-blank blast here onto GBK. And GBK, he might actually shatter this. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. Is he going to be able to get the kill? The runaway. Okay, Fades is only a level 1 AA blast, and he was able to jump away from the right clicks coming out from the TA there as well. So Storm Spirit, yeah, okay, he lives.
He lives, and that's the shard of the TA. He actually bought that. They thought they could bait him in, and that was a nice attempt, though. Now, when you're being chased down, that shard isn't really going to help you all that much.
Ooh, they lose Vision Slayer, though. There's still going to be the Rally Rift coming out, and the Grimstroke tries to do what he can with the Inkswell. Palintimos jumps himself in, pops that Blade Mail. Nightfall taking a lot of damage here now as well. Back lines, they get the kill, but is GPK going to be able to get himself out again? He's already lived once. Is he going to be able to do it twice now as well? They have the save onto Nightfall. Nightfall with a false promise. He's going to live through this. He is definitely going to live through this, and now Lucas trying trying to chase him down, slowed down by that trap, soused up now as well, but there's going to be the disarm coming through from Toronto Tokyo. So Lucas, he can't finish the kill. No right clicks and Pure chase down. He's got that split available if he wants to use it. Get him on top of the TA. They absolutely do. Invest Warwick. He's going to be able to get himself away. He's going to be dragged back once again. And Lucas is just like, you know what, that leaders. And he might not be... he's going to be, okay, close to the tier 2 tower. They don't want to over-contest. He did lose GPK. But what was that? 3-4 kills for that? That was a great trade again for BetBoom.
4 for 1. 4 for 1. GPK didn't have to die, but he wanted more out of that fight. And also the A blast was just used. So for the next 40 seconds, Moneymakers, they can't really hope to get a big kill.
And Nightfall, how's it looking here for him? Just, what's he bought out, actually? Okay, so it's not going to be the BKB. He just wants to go straight into the heart after that fight. And it was a great save for Toronto Tokyo as well, because Nightfall, if the right clicks came out from that lifesteal, and Nightfall was probably dead. So the disarm coming out from Toronto Tokyo definitely kept him alive at the end of that fight.
It's going to be a stupid amount of heal during the false promise if you have that. They're going for Pure. I don't like this, that they're trying, that the Oracle will be in the vicinity soon.
Yeah, they have the damage, but there's going to be the spin up into the air here as well. Pure, does he get himself away? There's going to be the damage coming through from the Primal Beast, but again, the same. Pure, no, they absolutely can't, and Bignum's going to be the one to fall. Blade Mail, it gets popped, but Palentimos, he will go down to Toronto Tokyo, and Pure, he lives through that. Going to get his health back as well from the heals. That's pretty much his Radiance online here. What is it? 90 gold? Yeah, absolutely no time at all here for the Brew.
The second that you get the
Fate maybe not.
Living. Maybe now? Yep, they got him.
Okay, yeah, he wanted a creep for his Radiant Stone, and it will eventually cost him his life, just purely for happenstance that the A was there, able to get that point-blank Ice Blast off, and Split had already been used, so there was no way out there for the Brew.
Oh, GPK? Nah, he's gonna be fine. This is the thing that we talked about in the previous game. You make one move that might look bad so that you can make another one later on. And this time around, it was Moneymakers, I think, for the first time in the series that we've seen them do something like that, right? They went into the mid lane. They actually sacrificed something to try to get the kill. It didn't work out, but then once BetBoom were split up, they used that little bit of a window to get themselves a kill. So overall, a pretty nice sequence of events for them. Ultimately, still BetBoom are the ones that are controlling the map and increasing the lead, so it's not gonna matter much.
No, Lifesteal at least has that Radiance. He has the armor as well, so he's going to be able to farm up fairly fast through the trees. The only thing is that, you know, looking at it, Warwick and they look like they're both trying to farm out the same positions on the map, so this might stunt the lifesteal just a little bit on Lucas, but yeah, he is going to have, once he does find those camps, you know, he has a decent amount of farming speed on him.
Nightfall, he's just posturing aggressively. He has really good vision of the enemies, and man, Moneymakers, they're in for
oh, they get the jump.
They're in for death.
The blink, nice refraction charges, Templar Assassin. I think he just had that blink delivered now as well. He's still going to be caught up in the Brambles Vortex, the drag back. They have the damage, they have the kill, and yeah, Bignum not going to be able to keep him alive there. But it was looking kind of close, and GPK was like, you know what, nah, I'm going to dive close towards that tier 3. We're going to go for this, and now the Primal Beast, relative drag back in. They've got the control, do they have the damage to get the kill into Primal? There's going to be Yule Steps up into the air once again. Purge off the damage, he get the kill, and GPK, he takes down Palentimos.
Let's look at those 2 wards from BetBoom. That is something that as Moneymakers you cannot allow. But the thing is, when you're losing the game so much, you're not even that... you don't even have that much gold on your supports to buy the sentries. And you definitely cannot check all of the positions. So they saw the TA and they saw 3 other heroes of Moneymakers. And BetBoom just split around and actually got themselves 3 kills. It is insane how easily they can play this game now. And also, Lord Gaben is going to be nice to them as well, as he gives the Arcane Rune to a Storm Spirit.
Yeah, he's going to swap his bottle back and gets the heals out now as well. If he wants to pop it, I mean, he's got a decent amount of mana with the bottle charges if he wants to try and jump in and make something happen. But the rest of the team, they're just like, you know what, we were 23-6 at 6 minutes. We want to find a little bit of farm here. The Chaos Knight already has that heart up.
Very hard hero to bring down. If the Oracle uses his ulti on him, you're probably not going to be killing him. But he is all alone, and maybe they can get on top of Nightfall. But even with an AA blast, this isn't that easy of a kill. The supports are a little bit too far back.
Oh, they're going to try and go for this now as well. AA blast is going to come in with the Pulverize now as well. Primal Beast, he gets the damage out, and Nightfall, he will go down. They might even be able to get Toronto Tokyo out of that as well. Yeah, only level 1 on the Pulverize, but it's still fairly nice just to be able to keep him in control. That AA blast comes in.
Really cool play. The thing is that Toronto Tokyo, he kind of tunnel vision there, clicked ulti onto the CK and just wanted to get it off. But the supports being late actually worked in their favor, as the 2 cores plus the AA Blast was enough for the CK, and the 2 supports in the back could stop the Oracle, silence him, and not allow him to actually get any assistance.
Yeah, while this is going on, Pure just carry on firing the farm. He's got that Hand of Midas charge if he wants to use it. Looking to just pull those creeps together. Warwick, how's he looking? Wants to go towards the Deso now as well. So the Blink, the Dragon Lance is up. He's got that shard, like you said. But the dive comes in, immediately gets the Blink away as soon as he sees GPK coming close to him. But GPK, excuse me, he's got that BKB. He wants to go for it. This is going to be a really nice kill into Bignum, but now they can go for even more. Warwick, can he get himself away from this one? Split comes out from Pure. The damage, and Warwick's not going to be able to walk himself away from that. In fact, that might even get Palintimos out of this as they drag back the Vortex to the kill. They get 3. They were angry that the Chaos Knight goes down, so they go for the kill here and take down 3 heroes on the side of Moneymakers.
Until the Primal Beast gets a BKB and he's not even working towards it, in this game you're not getting the onslaught off, right? Because you're gonna... I mean, you can get in with it, but you're not getting out. There is a pull, there is a... Purge, there's so many brambles, there's also stuns from the Dark Willow, and I mean, it's just impossible to run away. But it looks so easy for BetBoom. You saw that move from Moneymakers. It was cool, you get 1 kill, everything is fine. The thing is, other part of the map, BetBoom are still in control, and this is what this type of an advantage this early into the game gives you, is that you can go for plays like this with just 2-3 heroes, and it's gonna be enough. You're not gonna be lacking in the damage department.
Yeah, and usually when you see a Storm Spirit go for your second, third item BKB, you're like, oh, this is a rough game for the Storm. You know, he's behind, he's being controlled, he needs to... But GPK's just like, you know, yeah, I'm going to use it to get in, I'm going to use it to help my team get kills. It's a great setup for him. And Storm Spirit's really paying off for him at the minute because he's 8-1-6.
GPK, the only time he died is when he overextended it to the newly bought shard of the TA in a huge fight where he still killed 4 heroes and only lost the Storm Spirit. So even that 1 death, it's pretty worth it. With the BKB, it's going to be much easier for him, because the only thing that really scares him is the Phantom's Embrace, right? And, well, through the BKB, it won't really be silencing you.
Nope, he is going to be fine. I mean, there's 4 heroes here for Slayer stacked up behind him. And GPK, I mean, obviously they're not going to see that, but GPK is just, he's getting brave. Everyone's missing off the map. He's like, yeah, but I've got farm to try and take here. So we'll see what they're going to try and do. There's going to be a big wraparound from Slayer. He gets the ward down in the actual Lotus Pool. The fountain to see who's going to try and come in onto this one. But his teammates, they've all abandoned him here. So Slayer, he's got that TP if he wants to leave. Probably the best option.
Nah, he's just gonna hide in the trees without breathing, without moving.
No,
and, okay.
He's
not
gonna
be moving because he's dead.
Yeah, Ice Blast is gonna come out. GPK jumps in here, and he just throws out like the last gasp of, well, I'm gonna die anyway, so I may as well use it. Nightfall, he really does not occur inside this Roshan pit. He's got his Phantasm illusions. He's not gonna be, you know, absolutely. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be able to take down Roche. He's just like, Ice Blast. What Ice Blast?
One thing we haven't touched upon, which, I mean, it's not really gonna change much in the game, but both of the Tormentors did go towards Moneymakers, so you do have a shard on both the Primal Beast and the...
Oh, they get the big jump in. Did they get the kill into Bignum? Bignum's going to be able to get the TP out. They might go for Lucas now. Lucas is the bigger fish to fry, but he will be able to get his TP as well using that Rage, and they don't get anything from that. So it was a nice jump, but no control onto the Lifestealer.
He could have stopped the Grimstroke, but he didn't have the mana in that situation when zipping through. And then when he got the mana, he didn't have the range, so he was running towards him to try to get the stun. Really, really fun stuff there. But just, I think maybe if he went into treads, he could have gotten him earlier, but maybe he wasn't even gunning for that hero.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of red mist. He wanted that lifesteal. He wanted it as quickly as possible here. Nightfall, top of the net worth as well. Going towards the AC after the BKB. And Nightfall, 5-1-2. I really don't think Nightfall even knows this is still, you know, it's a PvP game. He still wants the creeps. He still wants to farm. And every so often, some, you know, stronger creeps to show up. And he just kills them off as well. 5-1-2 here for the CK.
You want to say that he views Moneymakers as bots? Nope, dude. That's Nightfall is not disrespectful. He understands he's up against 5 really decent Dota players, and if you give them an inch, they will crush you, right? But they're not giving them anything.
No, even alone, he's going to use the Phantasms to take the tower, TP himself out towards this. In fact, are they going to try and fight this one? This time, Bignum shouldn't be able to get himself away. GPK with the BKB, it looks like the heals Lucas. What's he going to try and do? around this. BetBoom, they have the reveal. Surely they do. There's going to be the soul bind, but it's not going to be enough to keep BetBoom alive. They do get the kill. Lucas, he gets the TP out, but 5 heroes here. BetBoom, they just wanted to back each other up. Ice Blast. Does it connect? GPK just on the edge of it. He's going to be okay.
The vision game from BetBoom has been on point this game. It's just so easy when you're controlling all 3 of the lanes all the time to make sure that you have these wards, deep wards, defensive wards, everything is there. And they always know where Moneymakers are. At least these rage TPs are allowing the Lifestealer to run away. But once there is a Hex on the Storm, it's going to be much easier to connect on him and kill him from under to 0 before he even gets it off.
Yeah, and you can see the Pure... He wants to be helped back up his teammates wherever they are. You're going for those boots of travel. GPK, the dives have just been clean all the way through. 10, 1, and 6 here for GPK. Having a great time. You've got, again, Save. He wants that. He's got himself the Eel Scepter and then just going straight in towards the Ag Scepter with the Sand of Minus here for Save. He is ready to back up his team and do the damage from the back lines.
Valentimos has a blink. He didn't even go for the heart. He understood that the heart isn't really going to be helping him in this game.
Yeah.
You need the BKB to be able to get into the backlines and do some damage, and the blink is needed for the initiation, as you don't really have the initiation hero.
Lucas, there's heroes around him, surrounding him here. Lucas, is this going to try and force out the rage? It's not going to be used just yet, and he gets himself back towards the tier 3. His teammates backing him up just in case, but yeah, that was pretty brave coming out from the Lifestealer, getting that far forward in the lane when the heroes were all missing on the map.
The Brewmaster is getting the bots in. Oh, Warwick, without any mana, he is gone.
Yeah, he was trying to take those Lotuses away, doing a little bit of damage to GPK, but GPK has his Aegis to control the damage out, and TA, he surely won't live through that. Doesn't even pop the Aegis.
Yeah, didn't need to.
GPK can't take the Lotuses because his inventory is completely full.
Yeah, he has everything. You cannot even pick up flowers. Yeah, but he's a handsome devil, so he doesn't need it to impress the ladies.
Yeah, and they get the kill on the save, but Pure, he wants to chase. He's chasing into 3 heroes, and Nightfall is just like, you're on your own, little bud, as, again, he's busy farming up. But Pure, yeah, he thinks better of it, just backs himself away, getting himself close to that level 20 as well on the Brew. And it's going to be the Octarine here after the Boots of Travel coming out, so Pure net worth-wise, second on the chart above this lifesteal, having a really good game on the Brew.
He's super farmed. He has this old alchemist type build, you know, and he has the alchemist amount of farm as well. I mean, it's insane. He's gonna be everywhere on the map, especially once he gets the Octarine core, reducing the TP of the bots. It's gonna be insane how much pressure Pure is gonna be applying on the map. The same as what he did with the Dragonite, but maybe they can kill him now.
Yeah, he already that shot as well, so the duration, it gets increased to 32, and you've got a tower taker there, just in the Earth Spirit that comes out from Pure when he is split up like that, so if you do take a good fight, Moneymakers, they might just have to watch their buildings disappear if the split is active.
Moneymakers, they do force out rotations. They need to bail right now. It's very hard this time around. You can see that BetBoom are now going forward. This is because they are not the ones with the better vision. Finally, the game, at least in that regard, has equalized that Moneymakers have decent knowledge of what's happening around the map.
You see that Aegis has worn off. GPK, he did, even though it's going to be a full timer on the Aegis, you know, he used it offensively. He got some rotations, got some good kills, put himself into the line of fire, and now it will be down. So 2.5 minutes at least before the big man's back up in his cave. But BetBoom, they seem really comfortable to just, you know, they can wait this out if they want. And Moneymakers, they don't have a lot on the map to farm up through. So yeah, Templar Assassin, Lifestealer don't have the most space that they'd want on the map to try and catch themselves back up. Net worth-wise.
Toronto Tokyo made a slight mistake there. He used the smoke on the storm right under a ward, even though GPK was going for the ward with the gem. But also, speaking of Toronto Tokyo, he now has a blink, not being delivered yet, but once you do have it, it's gonna be very hard to catch him and very easy for him to hold his position.
Okay, Nightfall is going to pop that BKB. There was a nice Ice Blast coming out here, but it's going to wear off soon. And yeah, looks like Chaos Knight going to be able to live through this one. Do they want to go back into this? They have that split if they want. GPK is going to be out, no Soulbind connection. So GPK, now it does leash, but it's going to wear off, and everybody on the side of BetBoom is going to be fine, because again, Nightfall, he has the heals coming out from Toronto Tokyo, the heart there as well. That was it a level 2 Ice Blast? It was, yeah. Level 2 Ice Blast, and they weren't able to get anything from it.
Yeah, not even a false promise. You were maybe hoping that you're gonna force Oracle to use it, and then you're gonna have the Ice Blast a lot earlier and try to have that 30-second window to actually make something happen. But Toronto Tokyo very chill, and he didn't get baited into using his ulti.
So, MoneyMakers now 5 heroes grouping up. With this Aegis being down, it looks like they might want to try and make a move. Does anyone have a smoke? Is it on the Bignum? It is on Bignum if they want to try and make something happen here. But do you think they even find? Because BetBoom, they're not really being picked off 29-9. How do MoneyMakers have to approach a fight if they want to go for a smoke gank?
It's very tough. You can see what Pure is doing. Now, when he has the Octarine Core, it's going to be even easier. So he's just shoving in the waves. They're trying to match it with Lucas, but Lucas is a big part of their kill squad as well. You're really not going to be able to run away if you don't have that Lifestealer to assist you first with killing a person faster. Second of all, with having being that body in front that BetBoom might not want to go towards. So MoneyMakers, they have to continue shoving out the waves, getting the vision, and hope that BetBoom get into their vision, or that they just run towards the fight when the lanes are in favor of MoneyMakers. Them forcing out a fight without BetBoom having the knowledge of it, that's very hard.
Okay. And yeah, Lifesteal going towards the MKB. His career is still down for the next 40 so seconds, but he is going to be able to get that. I mean, the farm on the wave, he's doing an alright job. He's going to be able to take this tier 1 tower now, so they might even go for this Wisdom Rune here. So Lifesteal, he's getting something out of this. How much do you like the MKB next item coming out for Lucas?
You are dealing with the Radiance. You need every single hit to count. You are kind of missing in the damage department when it comes to the Lifestealer. So I think it's a good choice.
Okay, Backlines are actually going to go for an Infest. Did he go for the TP onto this? No one from the side of BetBoom is threatening them, so they could have... okay, Pure steps up, so they don't want to go for the Tormentor. Not knowing where everybody else is. Don't want to give something away here that they don't have to, MoneyMakers. But yeah, you can see that how safe they're playing. That only Pure shows, and all of a sudden they're like, well, we have to pull back. We don't know where everybody else is.
CK, he's level 20, so Magic Immunity is not going to save you from the Reality Rift any longer. But it is Pure that needs saving.
Yeah. Do they have the damage to kill him off? He's going to try and keep himself alive for a little bit, even popping the Manta style, but the damage just overwhelming here, and they do get the kill onto Pure. Really nice pick up there.
Roche.
Look at the gold that he gave away there as well. It's like 1,600 gold.
I told you, he's rich, right? And the thing is, though, Roche is open. You have a TA lineup. You should be able to take it super fast. It is, however, going to be a Radiant side Roche, so BetBoom are prepared for it.
And this time they do get this Tormentor, though. They shouldn't be forced away from this one, so MoneyMakers are at least going to get some objectives off this, and Lucas actually gets the shard. I really like the shard. Obviously, the old open wounds it comes out, so going to be able to close the gap from a distance. I just think it's a really nice item to have. Ice Blast coming in. Is it going to do it? It's not going to kill anybody, surely. Aegis on the ground, but it only delays Nightfall picking it up.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't try to go for it, as you don't have much to lose. You're already losing this game. Maybe they were afraid from a potential buyback of the Brewmaster and the TP in. We know they didn't have it, but of course they didn't. And Lifestealer is caught. He's probably dead.
Yeah, it's not great for Lucas. He's going to try and pop the Rage on himself away. The TP out. Do they have the damage to get the kill? It's no. He lives. Okay. Good for Lucas.
The misses really coming in handy there from Radiance. I mean, CK, he got a lot of misses in, and we know that the Storm Spirit, his right clicks is what he relies on for damage output. They kind of kept him in place for 8 seconds and still weren't able to kill him. The Hex, the Vortex, the follow-up Chaos Ball, that was 3 seconds. It's Lucas showing that he's pretty tanky.
Yeah. Do you think that Nightfall wants to go for the MKB of his own after the shard, because he's just completed the Silver Edge, it looks like, or is he fine to wait out till potentially Lifestealer swaps that over to a Nullifier on the Radiance?
It's still not a great illusion hero item. That's kind of how it feels, and
yeah.
I don't know. I think he probably won't be going that route.
Okay, this time Hex comes out. Do they have the control to take down Lucas? He's already got himself away once. Has that Infest if he needs to use it. It's going to be the Rain of Destiny. Raining down on top of MoneyMakers. Palintimos, he has to pop the BKB. But they do save everybody on the side of MoneyMakers. But Split is out. They're going to lose a tier 3. They're going to lose the base, potentially a Nightfall coming in. And it looks like they're going to lose at least a Rax here as they look to take down the melee Rax. Lucas, he wants to get in charge. He wants to get himself in front here. Phantasm Illusions. They're trying to keep that melee Rax alive as long as possible here, but it looks like BetBoom, they don't want to give it up with this Aegis with the cheese. They want to take it at least one lane of Rax down.
And Save again has the Aghanim Scepter, he has the Midas, he's going to be going for a Mask of Madness this time around, considering that he is so far away from level 25. And yeah, he's definitely having fun getting inside of the enemy base and just destroying the structures. Nothing that Moneymakers can do about it.
Yeah, even taking away one of the camps, or at least one of the creeps with the Hand of Midas that are away from GPK, is just like, you know, you don't understand. I need this gold. And that will be his Mask of Madness coming out.
Oh, the Lifestealer is super survivable, but we're still not seeing him do massive amounts of damage. He wants a BKB, and I understand it. You're gonna be magic immune for like 20 seconds. But I'm still thinking maybe you go for like a Daedalus or something along those lines, as you're not killing heroes fast enough. And we're just not seeing this TA have any impact. Warwick has been attacking creeps. He's 2-8. It's kind of all on the Lifestealer's shoulders.
Yeah, usually at this point in the game, I mean, 37 minutes in, you want your Templar Assassin to have been leading the line for at least like maybe the last 15 minutes or so, but like you say, just really not being able to find the angles to have the impact. Ooh, Pulverize comes out. There's going to be the step to Ice Blast, just connect onto the Brood. Do they have the lockdown? There's going to be the Soulbind coming out now as well, but he's going to be able to get that split off, and now back lines. TA is going to be cleaned up. They're going to be able to go for more of this. Plintimo still with the BKB. Onslaught away. Bignum might be caught out here. GPK, oh no, he gets out. He gets the TP away. Not going to be able to get the kill onto Bignum. But again, it just opens up the base here for BetBoom. And they might be able to get themselves another tier 3 tower out of this.
They just cannot fight without the TA. Even with it, it's super tough. And you saw there, it's just the bait on the Brewmaster. That's it. The A blast might be a problem, but that's where the false promise comes in, and then Pure lives. Yep,
backline dive coming out onto this time. They do get the kill onto Bignum now. He's going to have to buy back onto this. Lucas, does he want to try and do what he can? But it's not going to force them away before they get the melee racks here. BetBoom, they're in complete control of this game. 20k net worth lead, 31-11 on the kills. They have the Aegis for what, another minute or so? And it looks like they don't want to leave this half of the map.
Pure didn't understand just how low he got inside of the false promise when he was split, and he came back and he used the refresher, but he just didn't have the HP and he died before he got the split off. So kind of unfortunate for him. If he had gotten the split off there, I think the game ends there and then. But considering that they killed him, BetBoom has to bail for now.
Look at this. BetBoom, they're going to know that Palintimos and Bignum are here, trying to get the Steel Ward out here as well, thanks to the Watcher. But it looks like while they've got a little bit of breathing room on the side of Moneymakers, they want to try and take down a couple of tier 2 towers. And yeah, Brewmaster, he's still dead. He doesn't have his buyback. He doesn't have the gold for it if he wanted to use it. So he is going to be down for the next 35 seconds or so, which does open up a little window for the side of Moneymakers.
Dark Willow will have a Hyperstone fairly soon, so it's going to be Hyperstone, Mask of Madness, and Hand of Midas. I mean, already, if you look at it, look at how much attack speed the Dark Willow has. It's actually insane, and there it is. Yeah. Hyperstone up right now, and, well, Moonshard on the menu.
A backline dive, they're going to be able to get themselves on top of the TA again. It just feels like every time she's shown here, TA has just been caught out and killed off.
Yeah, GPK, he's just making sure that... you know how mid laners are. They're very competitive. If you win the laning phase and you lose the game, it's really bad. But here he's destroying Warwick completely just to show I am the better guy.
Yeah. And we've got Nightfall here. He's got the Harpoon, Silver Edge as well, underneath a sentry, so he will be seen by the creeps. Even got himself that shard as well, so he's got all of the items that... I mean, even when he had the heart, you know, he was still a big, scary boy here, so we'll see... BetBoom, do they want to try and force out maybe Megas on this with Pure? Like you say, he's already used that, but the refresher comes up in 9 seconds, so that is going to be enough time for the double split. He might be able to take the base and break the base here on the side of BetBoom.
Palantimos, they're trying to surprise him.
Yeah, they're going to jump in. They have the control, but the false promise Soulband's going to be coming out now. So backlines, so GPK gets to dive onto the Grimstroke. Do they have enough to get the kills? He's going to the Curse Crown now as well, but Lucas going to be able to use that BKB just to try and keep himself going for a little bit longer. Ice Blast, it won't connect onto anybody. And now the reality is to drag back onto Lucas, and Lucas, he has to get himself away from this one with all the illusions coming out now as well. You've got the Primal Beast on the backlines trying to dive himself back in, helping out onto Lucas, but Nightfall, he's an absolute beast with those Chaos Strikes, just doing a lot of damage onto Lucas. Lucas is going to be dragged back now as well by those Pandas, and it looks like they might just be able to end the game here. And now GG is going to be called, and it will be BetBoom moving on into the, I guess, the winners bracket. And Moneymakers, it is a double elimination, so they have a second life. They will drop down, but that's not where you want to be first series.
No, you don't. But you were going versus BetBoom. You're a team that got through the second open qualifier. You were against all odds, to be honest. I think considering how they performed in the first game and some of the moves that they made here, I think they should be quite happy, especially because they kind of have a newish lineup. You know, they don't have Vierk, they have Palantimos, even though he was present with them on the previous tournament that they played. But this is the first time that they're playing with Warwick. He didn't do that well in this game, but he looked pretty solid in the previous one. Overall, though, you could see that Oracle pick completely dismantled MoneyMakers, as you couldn't. Oracle plus Brewmaster, those two heroes, right? Why? Because you put a lot of emphasis onto jumping in and bursting somebody down. You have an AA, TA, Lifestealer plus Primal Beast. The hero needs to die. You go in, False Promise comes out, and he uses the split. The fight is just over every single time.
Yeah, so that is going to be it for the first series. We're going to take about 50 minutes on our break, and then we'll be back with the second series of the day, which is going to be Virtus Pro versus Team Team. And that's going to be, again, another one. Virtus Pro looking really good at TI. Surprised everybody. I think a lot of people expected them to be the first team out in, like,